Hello. Um, I'm gonna try to learn how to draw digitally with a pretty subpar-ish drawing tablet. One that does not have a screen, so I will have to look at my monitor, which is a bit annoying. But I did want to learn, and this is fine. So, what I'm gonna do basically is what my plan is just as I draw things, I'm just gonna talk. So this will be a little bit of a podcast kind of thing, and I guess this is the first I don't know episode. Doesn't really matter what you want to call it. Now, I'll pretty much talk about anything: games, movies, I don't know, art, anything topical to me at the moment. So I guess first I want to find something to draw. So we're actually just gonna go into my favorite. They'll try and be like not that much editing or cuts, but I mean like I'll just speed up the art if I'm like just sat there drawing and not saying anything, which hopefully doesn't become the case too much, because I should have plenty of things I want to say. But I might just wait until I find something I want to draw, which will probably be a pose of some kind. I love drawing a bit of a pose, but if I'm deeming that too difficult, we might move on to a weapon. Alright, let me go find something. Here we go. There we go. Okay. The idea... Can I crop this? I can. Perfect. That's the whole page. Can I crop the image specifically? Oh, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't... Okay, Sure, this should be fine. I can see it. It's kind of all I need. Okay, back to the brush tool. I'm gonna try my best not to which might be my downfall, but we'll try my best not to use any YouTube tutorials for this, because I think that would be fun to just like wing it and see what happens. But maybe I wanna. Can I listen to music and not have hear it? Because it might just be easier to like have something in the background. Hang on. Oh wait, shit. Let's put that there. Okay. I think it's all good. Cool. The idea is now to talk about something. So I guess the first order of business actually is to see if I can get the head going. The most awkward part about this is going to be that I can't like I don't know where like the I don't know. I can't see it below me, so I'm just gonna have to guess, really, where my last like brush stroke was, which is gonna be a bit weird, but hopefully I can manage it. Just get the head. Let's just get like a basic head shape, kind of the bean head shape right here, with a bit of chicken scratch there. And it's weird doing chicken scratch digitally. I think that's pretty funny. I'm sure I'll grow out of it, but for now, and while I have this like less acquainted drawing tablet, we'll do this. And I can undo stuff. Maybe I'll pop some of my art that I've done already, like traditional, on the screen. Maybe. But what do I want to talk about? Let's see. I just watched for the first time, as someone who's barely seen any movies ever, I just watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Now, that was a pretty fun movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was like, I didn't know what to expect going in, having, never seen it. Spoiler free. But no, I thought that was a great movie. It was great. It was funny. Chris Evans in it was there for such a brief time, unfortunately. But when oh my god, he knows how to do he knows how to do comedy when he wants to. I was a bit surprised. What else? Like that movie, it's like, okay, you know what? Here's what we'll do as well, because I'm gonna try and watch a few more movies, as of late, because I've seen no movies, and I guess that'll be what I talk about when I do this. But we'll make a little rating system. I do think Scott Pilgrim was a good movie. My rating system is simplistic, but it is strict, because I kind of just rate things: are they good, or are they like not good? But there are different degrees of good. You can have like good, or you can have like, yeah, it was good. You know, like, you see what I mean? So I definitely think Scott Pilgrim was a good movie. Whether or not I think it was like a good movie, I don't think so. I think it did exactly what it needed to, and it didn't take itself seriously, which was perfect, because there's no way you could take that seriously. I know there's an animated show for that, and I have not seen that. Will I ever? Probably not. I'm not really a show person. Considering that this is literally my first time seeing Scott Pilgrim, I doubt I will ever like watch the series, considering I'm so bad at watching things. But hey, you know, like, whatever. It's just like, I'm trying to see if oh my god, the proportions are horrible. What the hell? Funnily enough, there, I was kind of not speaking for a bit, so I could give the sped up thing there just a bit time to like do stuff. But let's see. What did I? Let's give like a. Holy moly, the legs! What did I do? Okay, let's fix that. It's a bit of a case of like, let's see if I can make a good and honest review of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I definitely think it was a funny movie, and I mean my sense of like humor, I guess it's not the highest bar to like cross ever, but like I think it wasn't just like cheap humor where you get like a little bit of a exhale from the nose. I definitely think the comedy was executed well. I mean, I enjoyed the jokes. I think the characters all acted them out well. They had good chemistry between all the characters. And I think the scenes can be a bit jumpy, but I think that's part of the story kind of emulating the comic book style that's really obviously present. But, so, you know, it's like it's just a bit of a like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not used to like doing fully fledged movie reviews, so I'm not really good at it. You know what I think? I should undo everything. Yep. Let's just start with the head. Let's see if I can do at least like a headshot, maybe. Because I think going straight off for the body is a bit of a tall task. See if I can do a face. They're normally pretty tricky to do. It's gonna be the shaky like lines is what I'm not gonna be able to get used to. Wait, watch this. Good second. Oh shit. Wait. Oh fuck. Do you think I can? Oh shit. Do you think I can do a good second eye? First try. Wait, this might just be it. You know what? I don't hate it. One eye is definitely better than the other, but you know, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain. I've been playing a lot of God of War recently. You know, I think it's been a big part of my like kind of every day. I've been having a lot of fun with it. But you know, it's like a bit of a you know, God of War has become such a like annoyingly heated topic for some reason, which is like it's for the stupidest reason. Because like, what do you mean you wouldn't want to play as Faye? Did we not play the same God of War? Like, you've got to be kidding me. I think you'd be like stupid if you didn't want to like see why she's like so well revered as this like rebellion leader. I guess spoilers a little bit for no, not really. You know, like why, you know, this leader of a rebellion and like one of the giants. Like, why would you not want to play as this strong person in the God of War games? I feel like that's just like a no-brainer. But not everyone has the same opinion, I suppose. But some of these opinions are a bit like awful. But no, actually, don't let people have what they want. You call these people out on their weird behavior. But that's not what I want to talk about it. I've become completely obsessed with these games. I love the God of War franchise. It is such a brilliantly beautiful game, and everyone who works on it is so like, they just really want to see this series succeed, and I think that's amazing. Because I've seen like the videos of Christopher Judge and Sonny Soljic, is that how you say his name? I hope so. Talk about their experience like working on it and how it was different from what they've done before, but like everyone was so nice, and it was like clearly these people just like click, and it creates something really special. And to me, and I hopefully a lot of people, I'm a bit like, you know, a bit of a new gen to it, because I did not play the original trilogy, which is kind of upsetting to say, because I wish I had. And well, they're getting remakes, so I might hold off on playing the original trilogy and waiting for them to get their remakes, because it seems like that would be better to do. But no, I love replicating voices, and like, boys, Kratos is so fun to do. Boy, it's like something is so beautiful about how he taught Christopher Judge like says his lines. Read it, boy. Like, I don't know, I can't. It's just you cannot emulate Christopher Judge like how Christopher Judge does it. You know what I mean? But I think I've just become so obsessed with them as of recent, and I'm just really loving them. I'm playing Ragnarok right now. I'm at the Dwarven Svartalheim. I'm pretty sure it's the place it's called. Which is like, it's really interesting to see like more of the Nine Realms. I'm really glad that they actually explored. I do want to 100% the original game. So maybe I'll do a little series playing that, because that would be cool, because I think I would want to do that. So maybe, just because, especially for like a lot of the Ragnarok stuff, I haven't really seen. Well, I have. Of course I've seen spoilers for Ragnarok. I mean, any fan of the series it's pretty difficult to not see spoilers for the game. But I'm sure there's a lot I don't know that I would love to find out. You know, I don't actually hate it, but I need to cut off this massive forehead. Let's change that. Okay. I think a lot of this series will just kind of turn into me doing something that I want to do in the moment, and then just like recording my like commentary of like random things and like whatever I'm thinking about in the moment. You know, it's like it's kind of just like ramble. You know, a bit of a ramble series. Maybe that's what I'll call it. Who knows? But all things considered, for a pretty shabby setup, I don't hate what I've done so far. I don't like, you know, it's like a bit of a. I always wanted to do and get better at digital art because I think it's such a cool medium. It's like so just like different. It's just such like it's like such a unique thing that only set like it's not something that everyone can do. Oh, what the hell? I did not know I could do this. Am I in red now? I don't want to be in red. Change that. Sometimes drawing can be so irritating. Like, that's what separates me from, like, I think someone who does this, like, obviously, like, definitely sets me apart from someone who's a professional, but sets me off from someone who's just, like, good, generally, because it's, like, I don't think I have the patience to, like, do this, you know, like, if it's not good, I'm like, oh, come on, can it not just be better? But I think that's, like, obviously the point of practicing, and obviously this is a bit of a shambly setup, but, I think it's all just a matter of, like, obviously practice. Like, I will get better using this the more I do, and hopefully I get better pretty quickly. But I don't know. You know, it's like a case of it's either gonna be either a pretty quick learn or a pretty like long windy learn. Which I think I need to be open to expect that, because I think it'll probably go something like this. This is the rate of growth. Where it'll be like this. Then like I'll learn to do something. And then it'll slow down. I'll learn a new trick. And then it'll kind of just grow exponentially. Not exponentially, but you get the point. Like if this was... okay. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I guess that's the point. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Maybe other game. I didn't really talk too much about God of War. Right now my favorite character is definitely Baldur. He's such a interesting case, where it's like I can't tell. Well, no, I can. But Baldur is such a an interesting character to me, because it's like they execute him so perfectly. And he's basically just a mirror to Kratos anyway, in the way that, like, the cycle he embodies against Freya. And, you know, it's like a case of, how do you show that with it not being, like, a bit of a, like, you have to have Kratos kill a god. You know, it's like what he has to. He's the god killer. You know, you don't have Magic Mike and not make Magic Mike move. You know, so they obviously had to kill him, and it's not like he didn't deserve it, because he would have just continued the cycle of pain and like torture, and I definitely think that should have ended. Like, you know, like Kratos says, like, the cycle ends here or whatever. So I think it's an interesting, because obviously, like, just after Faye dies, protection save's broken, Baldur shows up immediately. So it's like, he was, like, prowling around. Obviously because his dumbass doesn't fucking, like, feel. But it's like, what was he doing? Like, through all that time? He was waiting. And I think his, like, Boulder's, like, need for revenge against Freya for what Freya did to him makes complete sense. Like, you want to dislike Boulder. And he's pretty dislikable because of how insane he is. But, like, at the same time, you're like, I mean, to be fair, the circumstances that he has were not great ones either. Like, the whole not feeling thing, I think that'd fuck anybody up, you know? But it's a kind of... It's difficult, because, like, just because the bad thing happened to you doesn't, like, suddenly absolve you of bad things you do. Like, you kind of have to accept that if you are a danger, you will feel the consequences. And I think that's a valid, like, reaction to what, like, someone like Boulder is doing. He has so little regard for himself that he kind of just hurts other people around him. So I'm definitely not upset that, like, the whole thing, every single time they bring up Boulder, it's like, he died a needless death. That's such as, like, you know, the Fate people say. Because it's such a, like, I mean, yeah, I guess so. If he had chosen to, like, be a bit different, you know, they wouldn't have happened. It would not have been a needless death. But I don't think he could have done that. You know, I think he had to... Like, his character would not have allowed himself to not take out revenge. Like, he's so hell-bent on it throughout the story. And it's so, like, wow, he's so self-destructive and so... It's just interesting to see, like, the kind of thing Kratos, like, does in the previous games. But obviously he does it in such a manner where it's like... Obviously the Greek pantheon are, like, horrible beings, but it's kind of just a thing of, like, well... Like Mimir says, like, who's worthy to judge? And it's like... I don't know. Is it really that fair? But... I don't know, it's like... I don't know a lot, do I? I think I keep saying that. I'm sure I'll get better at this commentary thing if I keep doing this series. But I think it's just like God of War is so interesting. Especially, it's surprising for me to learn that the original creator of the series was like, no, don't give Kratos a kid. Don't, you know, Kratos doesn't do that. Don't make him settle down. That's not Kratos. And it just so happened to be, like, the best thing ever for the studio. Because, like, no one would look at you dead in the face now and tell you God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok are bad games. They wouldn't, because they'd be wrong. It's just, like, they are amazing, beautiful games as well. The graphics are amazing. It's just... Hang on, wait, let's make him very, very sad. There you go, Kratos right there. There he is. Yeah, I like how you can tell it's him because he's got the line on his face. But, I mean, that's pretty much, right now, that's what I've been up to. As all good people do, summer break starts, you start a YouTube channel for a little bit. Either forget during summer, or you carry it out during summer, and then stop completely when summer is over. But we'll see what happens. I might completely forget to do anything more about this. I might continue this. It would be fun to do, and maybe I'll do something else. Like, I'll just have a little oh yeah, how do I grab the screen? Aha. Maybe I'll just have a little like a background and I'll just talk over it. Or I'll play a game. Everyone loves a little playthrough. I need to play the Resident Evil games. Oh, maybe that's the strat. Because Resident Evil is a series that I've been meaning to play because I have all of it. Same with Devil May Cry. But you know, I think there's a lot I could talk about. There's a lot I could say. I think next time I should probably bring topics prepared. But no, that would ruin the spirit of this series of rambling, which is what I'm going to continue to try to do. I'm going to continue to just try and blurt out my nonsense into random media, because I don't really reckon many people are going to see this, but it's okay. I'm not like desperate for people to come flocking over, you know, day one or any day. It's just kind of for fun. It might give me more of a reason to like record other things though, and just kind of make like a little time capsule for myself. But I think that concludes the beginning. I think the only part I'm really gonna edit is. Do I edit out the silences? Or do I keep that in too? I don't know. I definitely have to put music in, or else it'd probably be a bit of a bad, like... Let's see. Maybe... I'll have to change the beginning, because the beginning is a bit of a shamble. But if I ever can be bothered to get around to editing, which that by itself is a bit of a gamble, this will go up or it won't go up. It'll stay on my computer for a while. See what happens with it. But... yeah. Hope you all have a good day. See ya. Shit, I hit the wrong button. Fuck.